Instead of working on this CBR 600 tonight, I've decided to focus our attention on this old albatross, DR350. Look at it just lounging in there without a care in the world.
Living the good life.
Tonight, I'm going to test my theory, my prediction of why it runs so poorly despite my best efforts. That's right, I said despite my best efforts. Not because of my best efforts. I ordered a flywheel puller, spent the $10, and it arrived a couple days ago. We'll pop this flywheel off and see if it was installed on the crankshaft incorrectly, or if somehow it moved to an incorrect position on the crankshaft.
I'm dying to know what it looks like in there. Is there going to be carnage?
There's three options. Either it's installed correctly, and I just don't understand the correct orientation of the flywheel to the piston, or the key is sheared, or there is an offset key installed, which makes the flywheel deliberately different than how it was aligned from the factory. I know
If the key is sheared, would there be metal in the oil?
No, it's all contained between the flywheel and the crankshaft.
Okay.
Just like the IT200, but I hope it's not as bad as the IT200. Hopefully they've been talking and it knows I mean business, so it won't resist. What do you think the issue is of those three options? Sheared key, offset key, or ignorant husband?
I think it's a sheared key. How about you?
I agree. Sheared key. I don't think it's an offset key because the difference of where the flywheel should be and where it is, I think is too far for what an offset key would alter the timing. And also, an offset key is a really highly tuned type of modification, and I don't think anything like that was ever done to this machine.
Can I put this kickstand up so I can snuggle in close to you?
Sure. I'll help you out.
Thanks.
First thing to do now that the cover is off is remove this nut. I've got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever truly experience the present? Can you even nail down what the present is?
We're living in the past, baby.
We are living in the past. By the time my brain processes and interprets what supposedly is in front of me, because that takes time, it's already changed. So if you're having a really hard time, just remember it's all in your head. By the time the pain hits, it's already gotten worse.
What are you looking for?
My 1/2-inch drive socket set. So if we're living in a state that is constantly a measurable amount of time behind what's actually happening, is there any shenanigans happening in between to alter it, if need be? An entity, quick enough and with the right tools, could get in there and change things if they didn't like what was happening. But that's high silliness. High silliness. I'm looking for the breaker bar right now, and I found it. I should have more tools ready, but I thought I was doing good with the puller right there. I need a strap wrench to hold this too, probably. Try the impact first. I don't think it's moving. I'll put the strap wrench on it. That'll probably take me a minute to find. Got the strap wrench, and I'm going to clean the outside perimeter of the flywheel with carburetor cleaner so it doesn't slip on all that oil. Another consideration as far as the present is the very instant, the very moment you even comprehend the present, it's already committed to memory. It's gone. So where's the line? Where's the edge? Is there an actual present? We can't tell the future, and the past is just in our mind. But where's that razor's edge? How does that even exist, that we comprehend it, but the instant it's comprehended, it's past?
That lag is very small, hopefully. You know what's interesting to me is sometimes someone will say something to you and you aren't listening and you didn't hear them. And then you're like, you think about it and you're like, oh yeah, I know what that person said.
You can rewind.
That's an interesting technique.
Somebody in the comments said we should name this machine Billy Idol, like the rock and roll singer.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe Willie Idol, because that's the question. Billy Idol's a good suggestion, though, and I appreciate it. Oh, that was loose. I guess I did break it free. Or maybe it wasn't even tight. There may be some carnage in here. Coming off kind of hard.
Well, for your sake, I hope it's a really big offset.
Threads don't look terrible, but it didn't come off easy. I'll see if this fits on here. This may be the end of our night. I think it will. Yep. That's lucky.
Yeah.
To have all that nature of the universe nonsense and no mechanic work. Flywheel puller is installed. I've got my 17 millimeter wrench. I hope just the 1/2 inch drive, 3/8 inch drive, pardon me, wrench will be enough leverage to take that off. That is exactly as big as the wrench goes. Somebody loves me, and she's right next to me. So far, it's tight. So we'll move on to phase 2. How's this story going to end?
Oh!
That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay, come on.
Let me enjoy it. Just let me enjoy it for a moment.
Okay.
If a moment can even be defined.
Have your moment loosely defined.
Well, it's not completely off yet. It popped, though. It just needs a touch more.
These are all good sounds.
Yeah. The fact that it popped, but it wasn't free afterwards, tells me it's probably a sheared key. Metal bits wedged in there that shouldn't be. Offset key.
Ooh.
No. Wow. Sheared key. Look at it from this side. I've never seen that before. You see?
Yeah, it was right there.
That's where it's supposed to be.
There.
That's where it's supposed to be, right there. But look where it is. This is the top half. Whoa. So
Well, we were right. Kind of a shame.
this is the greatest outcome. All I need to do is buy a new key.
Oh, okay.
$5. So I'll get a little pick or something and get that out. All right, I've got my picking tools and a rag so that if this flies out, it won't get lost in the motor. And hopefully it will be an easy extraction. May not be though. It takes a lot of force to do that. Wow.
So why would it be sheared in the first place? Did you explain that already?
Most basically because there was too much inertia in opposite directions between the flywheel and the crankshaft. Exactly how that situation occurs, I'm not sure of. Maybe a backfire. Thinking back to when we got this, Robert said the whole reason it caught on fire was because it backfired.
Oh.
It's a backfiring beauty. Well, it backfires. But we might have some good times ahead of us if we can get it running good. Willie the wandering gypsy and me, we gonna ramble till hell freezes over. That is a specimen. My friends.
It's kind of cute.
Never seen that before. Wow. Well, it is an offset key now. Severely.
You should put that on the shelf.
Might just.
I like it.
Might just. So we'll order a new key, install it, and I am very optimistic about how it will run. We'll find a place for that. If you're interested in watching yesterday's video, I'll put a link to it up on the screen, and if you'd like to see what happens tomorrow, I'll put a link to that video up there as well. Thanks for watching. That's a trophy.